Greetings. Time to upload a video, not a live stream. I like doing those because they go directly. These take a lot longer to load. But the concept is the same. I say these things because I want to be able to express some things, and I hope that someone somewhere sometime will actually listen, and it will prompt them to consider, to think, and that we as a society will be better off because we've actually engaged our minds. In a tavern talks, we're just sitting around talking. We're considering things. Here's the thing to consider. Thought of the day, if you will. The Supreme Court, over the past 24 hours, 48 hours, has delivered decisions that have declared that racism is not an American constitutional value. Up until 1954, the Supreme Court had held that racism was a constitutional value, affirmed in the Plessy versus Ferguson decision that declared that segregation by race was still constitutional. Only in 1954, finally in 1954, in the Brown versus Topeka Board of Education case, which was actually multiple cases that got combined into that, was actually the oldest case, was students in a county in Virginia that had walked out of school to protest against the unequal educational environment that they found themselves with, leaking roofs and money that they didn't get spent on them for their education, for books and teachers or whatever, to anywhere near the level of the white students. And the very fact, they weren't even saying that it should be integrated. They were just saying that if you're saying separate but equal is constitutional, you got to make it equal. That's where it started. Sorry if you don't know about that history. If you don't know about that history, go check it out. You should. The concept was separate but equal. But Black Americans experienced for every single year that it was never equal. It wasn't the separate that they were saying this isn't working. They were saying it's not equal. So, in 1954, the Supreme Court, with the combined cases that went to the Supreme Court under the title of Topeka versus the Board of Education, affirmatively declared in a 9-0 all white man that separate but equal is not equal. You are equal. Everyone is equal. Doesn't matter what your race is, doesn't matter what your skin is, doesn't matter what your ethnicity is, doesn't matter any of that. You're equal. Jump forward from 1954 to 2023. What's the math? I think it's almost 70 years. And we have a Supreme Court that has declared that favoring Black and brown, but it's Black students is racist. Oh, wait a minute. They didn't actually say it was racist. That's just what it was. But they said favoring Black students because of their skin is not constitutional. Anymore than before it was constitutional to favor or to disadvantage black people, black students specifically, because they were black. It's not. Supreme Court has set that up now. Challenges are take it back to the states, and if individual states want to favor black students, they can try to do that. Or individual states, cities, counties, school districts can actually say, you know, to all of our black students, you guys got to compete. You have to compete. And then sit back and look at those leaders, those ones who run it, and see if they think that black students can compete. Let me buy a vowel. Thurgood Marshall was a lawyer, was a presenter at the Supreme Court, arguing before the Supreme Court. Thurgood Marshall demonstrated with every letter +5 that Thurgood Marshall was not only smart, he was intelligent, he was thoughtful, he considered things. Thurgood Marshall showed it was a race. It was preparation, dedication, and commitment. Affirmative action, for all of the best of intentions that it might have been, has pulled the rug out from that. This Supreme Court has said you can't use affirmative action to advance or put individual people because of their skin into positions that other people deserve to be in and they don't because they're not qualified. It'll take some adjusting, but black people in this country, Americans, we're not even going to ask the Nigerians because Nigerians are like, let me at it. I'll show you. The Nigerians are eager and hungry. We're going to work with the American blacks and say, you all have been told for so long you're not capable. You've been told by your black leaders and you've been told by your white liberal progressive. Guess what? You're capable. Oh, what's it require? It requires work, study, practice, discipline. Black Americans, do you believe that, 75, 83, 74%, 92% of the NBA is black American because they just come out of the womb dribbling the basketball? Or because those individual black Americans have worked and worked and worked and worked and practiced and practiced and worked? They've worked at it. Do you believe that? Do you believe they've earned the spot? And do you believe that as a black American, you're incapable of earning the spot? It's not easy. But people who immigrate to this country who don't know any English, their children are A-level students. Their children apply are 3.5, 3.8, 4.0 students in grades, in tests. Do you think you're not capable of it? Come on now. Come on, y'all. Stop believing Oprah. Stop believing Gayle King. Stop believing the biggest race baiter on TV in What's her face on MSNBC? I don't even know her name. Stop believing that. This country benefits when Black Americans are forcing it to acknowledge, to recognize, to give room for, to celebrate, to enjoy, to benefit from their work effort. This country benefits. Come on, Black Americans. Who benefits the most? You do. Work for the benefit, like the Nigerians. Son of Liberty 2020, mliberty2020 at gmail.com, thelibertyadvocate.com. See you next time.